Alright then, so I'll note that initially the developer for this game forgot to put his game actually up on his store page here. But now it's available and I get to show it to you guys. So Hedged Bet by Bad Scribbler. 2023 7-day RL challenge entry. A wanderer has heard of a devilish place where one bests their life for great power and wealth. When a door is slammed shut, it is do or die. Made with Godot with Aspirate made. Hedged Bet is a simple roguelike built around a loop, much like Diablo and Diablo 2. Go into the dungeon and retreat to heal up and gain new gear. Glyphs will appear periodically in the dungeon and return you to the surface. There are staircases that open depending on how far you go into the dungeon. Your weapon quality you get per trip back is based on the amount of sin collected, which is picked up off of enemies that return from deeper glyphs. So controls. Arrow keys to move around, bump into walls to skip a turn, so he actually says like you have to bump into the wall to skip a turn. Enter the pickup, confirm the swap, and activate glyphs to return to surface. Gameplay hints. Bump Little Hat to get free collection of items. Every return trip you can bump Little Hat once for 5 random items. The power of items will increase the further you go down. The quality of items will increase the more sin you bring in front of deaths. The equipment is key. Monsters are stronger as you go down. Return often and try to keep in a relative range of level items, only just behind where you are in a dungeon. Rare items have better punch and allow you to go longer without an upgrade. Developer note. First round with Godot on the scale was rough. Godot is interesting and has some pitfalls, but can be managed well enough. This had a lot of scrapped ideas, such as modifying how the weapon gacha would function. Potions were going to be introduced, but scraped, as balancing became an issue. It still wasn't entirely fixed, but game is beatable and oscillate between hard and joke depending on how brave you get. Alright, well, let's see what he's basically got for us then, shall we? Hedged Bet. Version 1. And there's a readme, by the way, so that basically is like, says the same thing we basically seen all, in his like store page. So we'll skip it. Alright, Hedged Bet, let's do it. Alright, so there I am. Alright, so that's the little hat. Here you go, guess some stuff. So, we got ourselves heavy armor with defense 8. We got ourselves a broken cage of sling. And a knife. I'm guessing, that's basically weapon, armor, and, shield. I wasn't really paying attention to that. Let's just, quickly back out here. This is also a great way to see basically because the same items are not each time, so. He gave me a large sword this time. A soul cage. And heavy armor again, so. I'm not sure what the, the fair things down here, but I know this is, weapon armor, and I'm sure, if there's basically, an artifact or not, but whatever. I just have to walk into the staircase to go down, by the way. Lost soul died. Picked up some sin. So I guess that's sin basically right there I'm picking up. It's interesting how they sort of move the enemies here, but whatever. So that's basically a glyph to take us back. Apparently I took a damage there, that's fine. Let's just see here, I'll basically just maximize this for a moment, and that does nothing, so. There's not a game that maximizes properly, that's worth noting. I'm not sure, but I think my HP is up here, by the way, so. Yes, I'm bumping into the wall and make this guy come closer. Alright, we got different types of monsters here. So that was a poker chip. And I basically did a lot more damage than, like, you know, what I basically saw there, so interesting. Okay, you got armor with a 6 defense, we got our soul cage, and we got another large sword. Nobody will attack if I see step next to him, so that's a thing. Here's a cloak, it's got defense 10. So there we go, we'll swap the cloak. Let's return. So, returning with 4 extra sin, but the shade has spawned. What does the shade do, I wonder? Is that like a hunger clock? Alright, so here's like, you know, sword, large sword, don't care about these. Soul Cage level 2, let's take this. Cloak of Deflection, we'll take that. Combat Dagger, don't care. We'll keep that Soul Cage. Top green layer for more stuff. Okay, so nope. By the way, a log basically like appears up here as opposed to like below, but that's fine. Does my HP go up anymore? Guess not. Let's kill these guys and move on. So yeah, depending on how brave you are, basically, like, you know, you can probably, like, you know, what is it? If you're brave, you can basically wait for him to come to you instead of, like, taking damage like I am, but whatever. Alright, large sword level 2, we can take this. There's a battle sword, don't care. Keep this. So you can see, like, how it's basically got, like, a sort of, like, Diablo type of, like, you know, gameplay to it. Basically, it's like, you go in, you loot, you come back. Let's kill these guys. Now, I wonder, like, if I got 2 sin from that, or if I just got 1 sin. Because that's possible, like, you know, a thing here. Like, if I kill something on top of, like, another, do I get, like, you know, a stack of it, or is it, like, you know, stacked properly? Let's see if I can get this guy, like, you know, come out right there. No, didn't go that way, that's unfortunate. Here's the pork with chips. Note they are killing me this time because they have enough armor to sort of, like, you know, deflect their blows. Oh, I took too much damage from that one. There's some armor, soul cage, sword. I'd say the major, like, problem with this is they have to sort of, like, game these guys to sort of, like, you know, get farther. Like, I have to return often in order, like, to reset my HP and, like, you know. Note that I have free one money. I wonder if, like, you know, how that basically works with money here. Took damage from him, but oh well. We have 35 money right now. Let's go back. Oops, I just went down. That's worse. Alright, so these guys apparently do more damage as you go along the Lost Souls, so that's worth noting. Let's take this. There's a skull cage and a sword. So, my initial idea of this game is that, like, you know, these, like, souls basically move way too slow. They're not, like, hostile enough. Or, like, you know, basically get close to them, they attack you if you, like, you know, you don't get close to them. You know, they just, like, don't come near you. Not a big fan of that. I'm also more of, like, you know, if the money's carrying over, because this might be more a roguelike than, like, you know, a roguelike. Protective Shining Armor, let's put this on. This Deadly Armor makes me more attack, but I don't really need attack for, you know, that stuff. So let's take this. Keep this sword. Ooh, let's take the Comet Dagger. I think something I really like is if, like, you know, if I have enough armor, I prefer these guys just did 0 damage and it's, like, you know, took nothing from them. Just to sort of speed things up here. Because as it is right now, it's really, really slow. Going along. And it's kind of painful. Oh, there's a shade, I think. Alright, so the shade took 6 damage. Down it went. Let's kill you. There's the poker chips. So I took 4 damage from poker chips. We kill that poker stack. Took out him. Alright, well that really hurt, but you know. We got 10 extra sin this time. Alright, so return to sin. And I get like my money. Protective large sword is more defense. I'll take that. We'll keep the protective long sword. Keep it. Ooh, protective knife. Lots of good stuff from that one. Here's a shade again. I want to see if these guys basically can stack up and if I get like 1 coin. No. So no, by the way, if you basically like, you know, knock out like, you know, another like, you know, enemy on top of another enemy, you don't get the money for it. So you have to basically keep them like, you know, you have to kill them basically on different squares in order to avoid like issues like that. Okay, we're getting some strength. It seems by the way you only get 1 sin for like each enemy you basically kill. So, you know, killing tougher enemies doesn't actually benefit me as much as like, you know, it really should feel, I guess. I mean, right now they basically all like are worth like, you know, 1 HP might basically fight them, but whatever. Mostly. You know, maybe I should like heal up a little bit more so like it'd be a little bit faster because I find like the biggest like issue of this game here is that like it takes too long basically to play it. The loop. So there's some new type of enemy over there. Yeah, I heard a little bit doing here. Yeah, I'm level dying at this point just to sort of get to like, back here. Immortal large store of longevity, so we can get attack and HP from that. I prefer defense because like, defense basically helps me a lot more, I think. HP is useful, but only if they start doing a lot more damage, which they aren't, so... Ooh, I got 2 stairs now. I think this one takes me back to like level 1, but maybe like you can have like advanced starts. This game basically I think is a lot more like, akin to like the Enchanted Cave, by the way, or Greedy Cave. With its like sort of playstyle. Basically you go in, you try and kill as much stuff, come back out. And eventually as you go along, you'll be able to like go like, deeper into the dungeon. Gain more stuff. There's in our shade. Shades still give me Sin, by the way, so... They're worth for the fight. I think the Shades are supposed to be like a hunger clock, but, They're not a very good one. Get closer to me so I can easily kill you. Yes, die. I think I need to flee soon, but whatever. Yeah, I'm taking like free damage from like these guys, the poker chips, so... Too much damage from them. There's my escape. Take this. Almighty Battle Sword gives me 21 attack, 3 defense, and 3 HP. I think I still prefer the defense. Oh, we want that. Sword Deflection. Defense 14. Yoink. Here's the shade. At least the shades are hostile. But yeah, I have to say like the biggest issue of this game is like the the sort of lackluster like feel of like fighting these guys. It's like just wait for them to come to you and like take them on. That could be like, alleviated a little bit by like making it like, you heal up more when we like, change levels. At least I hit these guys hard enough to kill them in one shot, more or less. Bam, bam, bam. Get closer, closer! Yeah, I haven't fought those like box type enemies over there yet. Let's see what they're all about. At least the poker chips are somewhat aggressive. Okay, the heavy vault. It's got some HP to it, but it's not too like damaging. So okay. But yeah, this game reminds me more of like Greedy Cave, where like the idea of like Greedy Cave is that you basically advance as far as you can before you have to turn back. And basically has like enemies that are basically like strong and durable, or like hit you fast. All this like types of ideas. Knock him out. Good enough. Return of 20 extra sin, but shade has spawned. So we got Sturdy Cloak with like lots of like defense on that. Protective armor. A little more about that. There's a broken cage again. Protective large sword. Don't care. Alright, so yeah, no, basically if I take the second staircase, the stuff is stronger here. And there's no souls basically spawning, so that's a thing. Oh, there's a souls. Took a little bit of injury there, but oh well. Yeah, how brave am I? It's basically a case of like, how patient are you more than like how brave you are. If you're patient enough, this game is easy enough to play, but if you're impatient, then it's gonna be annoying. I probably should have gone into that, but I messed it up a little bit there, so well. Well, on the plus side, I'm going deeper. Deeper means I'll be able to get more loot if I, like, survive it. Goes that one. Okay, those are sleeping for some reason. I got more sleeping guys. Okay, we got 3 extra sin this time around. Because I went deeper, just should be better items. So we got like, soul cage of longevity. This armor level 7. Broken cage again. Armor slaying, we'll take that. Take that broken cage. I think my plan was be to try and go like, to like the next staircase. Yeah, there'll probably be another staircase basically to get down to. I'll probably try and get to the next, glyph basically, like to go back here. I'm not really sure what the point of like the dollar sign basically up here is. It doesn't seem to have like any purpose, but it's other than to show like the amount of sin basically collected. Like maybe the goal is basically try and get it down as fast as possible, but whatever, pretty much. You're all dead. Return 20 extra sin. I'm gonna keep that armor because I like the attack idea more than HP. Keep this. Keep that. We'll take that sturdy cloak of slaying. Alright, so now I'm at full HP basically starting out here. But yeah, the idea of like Green Cave is like, basically as you go, you get like, the 7 more, it gets tougher and tougher as you go along. Enemies will basically like, get stronger and stronger, and like the weaker enemies will be like, pulled out eventually. And the idea is like, just keep going back and forth with like, killing stuff. Though I will note that Enchanted Cave didn't have permadeath. You basically, if you died, just like you didn't reset back to nothing. You basically like you weren't reset back to nothing, but you basically like kept everything you got to, like to like the last floor. So if you went like 10 floors, and like you get like to a point, you basically kept everything at that 10 floors. When you basically die in like 4 or like 20 or whatever, or 17, and you got to 20, and like you keep all your stuff basically there as well. And honestly, I'm not really sure. I like it much better with like permadeath. So that's just a broken cage. Let's kill off this guy. Presenting a soul for like them being on top of each other. Well. I'll be happy when I'm not playing any more poker chips, I guess. There we go. Our level, and now we got the sleeping guys basically popping up. Okay, these guys are a little more hostile when you guys get close to them. Awaken Horror. And they're actually capable of doing more than, like, you know, 1 damage to me, so they're a little bit more dangerous. I should probably also know something else about, like, the Greedy Cave or Enchanted Cave or whatever it's basically called. Those games basically have stationary enemies, by the way, so the idea of, like, those ones is that, like, you know, you have to basically, like, you know, puzzle your way basically through, like, the level or, like, kill everything. Basically when you're, like, killing everything. But when you're trying to, like, delve deeper, you have to basically puzzle, like, you know, what the best, like, you know, path basically is. So you have, like, limited, like, HP pool to basically, like, get going. Like, the idea of, like, the Greedy Cave is, like, you don't have any, like, really, like, you know, a way to, like, regenerate your health, so you basically try to, like, avoid, like, you know, fights if, like, you know, you're trying to delve as deeper as possible. Because there's, like, benefits to, like, you know, delving deeper. Basically, you get to, like, you know, start later in a dungeon, which means you have, like, tougher stuff to fight, and, you know, it gets you better rewards. Fight you. Fight you. So we got ourselves... don't care. Nope, I have to fight this guy this time, so... He's actually positioned in a way where I actually had to fight him. Or Sleeping Horrors. Just kill him. I like the Sleeping Horrors. They actually force, like, me to actually, like, you know, kill them. Because, you know, once they're, you know, coming for you, they're trying to kill you. So let's avoid them to try and build up my HP a little bit. What are these guys? These guys might be smart enough not to actually come closer to me, by the way, so... Blackjack Master. They hurt a lot. Sometimes. Okay, we got our first enemy actually forcing me to get in, like, close range in order to fight him. Oh god, that hurt a lot. So, watch out for them, they can hurt a lot. Alright, we got 40 extra sin. And yeah, note that we have a free staircase because we got deeper enough for it. Let's take this. Now we'll keep that. Keep this. Wow, 46 attack? Let's go for the attack and see if it helps a little bit. So, let's go here, poker chips, that's fine. Bam, one hit shot. Yeah, if I have enough HP, like, you know, or if I have enough damage, you can basically, like, kill him before you have a chance to hit me, right? So... You know, I'm not sure, but I think the Enchanted Cave also had, like, the gimmick, you know, the gimmick where, like, you know, you always take damage, but, you know... You know, like, if you don't know about, like, Enchanted Cave, is like, you basically start, like, with 1,000 HP. So, you basically, like, you know, can go pretty deep without, like, much issue. With, like, you know, stronger stuff, like, you know, the weaker stuff is only going to do, like, a hit point of damage, so, like, you know, you have 1,000 HP, that can be, like, 100 hits before, like, you know, you really have to worry about it. But, here, like, you know, you have so little HP that, you know, it's a bit more of an issue. Let's kill you, let's kill you. So these guys can damage me, I have to watch out for that. That's probably because my defense went, you know, too low. But oh well. Let this guy get a little closer. '89 attack. I can actually kill a vault in one hit, by the way. And a shade in one hit. You know, I like the idea of the shade, but I think this should be like more threatening, because like, you know, they're sort of meh at the moment. Now there's like one thing to note, by the way. It's actually worth it to have like defense for like these tougher guys, because like, you know, they always basically get like, you know, single hit in for the most part. Not these guys here. I can like, you know, get the first hit on like the whores, but the blackjacks basically require me to come like, you know, up to him. So for me to kill like a blackjack guy, I have to basically like, you know, walk into his like a, you know, his attack first. There's the blackjacks. So free hit for this guy, but blam, he's dead. Oof, 14 damage. So yeah, the blackjacks like, you know, can hurt pretty hard. And these guys eventually get enough HP that they'll like, you know, be a nuisance. Let's kill off him. Just gonna go back, talk to you. You know, let's just delve a little bit farther so we can like see if there's anything past the blackjack. So we'll kill off these guys who are easy enough to kill. Nope, by the way, everything's taking like 92 damage like from me. So what I think is basically happening with like this game, by the way, is that like, you know, the enemies do have like an armor value basically attached to them. But basically, like, you always like seem to hit these guys for like the same amount of damage, maybe, or no, you hit them for different damage values. And yeah, the blackjack isn't like chasing me here, so 30 attack and 34 HP. We'll take that. That's more HP. Don't really need it though. 85 defense. Nothing can really hurt me, by the way, so I'm just gonna reset my HP now, see if that helps with, like, you know, going further. Oh, my HP is almost full here. Yay, it's full. Okay, so we're just gonna delve further. There's a shade, by the way. I took 1 damage from this guy here, apparently, so that's helpful. Boop. Boop. Okay, good. I'm actually taking enough damage to like just like, you know, pelt these guys easily enough. There's an arrow, you know, drop point, but let's just keep going. Is that the boss? Did it bouncer? Okay, so we actually got far enough. We actually got like a new floor design here. So you actually have to get strong basically in order to fight the bouncer, or else like, you know, won't be able to get, you know, very far, I guess. Majestic bar. Interesting. So there's although it gets really interesting is like, you know, even though they're not really hostile, these guys like are, you know, still like a threat to me. Lotto tickets. Okay. No body measure jars are like, you know, closing in on me, but the, you know, I was about to say these like lotto tickets aren't, but they do, I guess. So these guys are moving kind of like the lost souls. The lotto tickets. Oof! I'm taking a lot of damage from these guys now. And there's a diamond, so now I got diamonds to fight. By the way, if I basically drop down to the next floor, I don't get like hit automatically by guys. That's nice. And yeah, now we're up basically 4 staircases here, and like, you know, all stuff. Ooh, lots of HP in this one, but let's keep the attack. Alright, so this is basically Hedged bet, and it's essentially like, you know, very like, you know, akin to like, you know, this is like, you know, actually look it up basically here. So, is it the Enchanted Cave or the Greedy Cave? Yeah, so unlike the Enchanted Cave is basically like a, you know, a game that's basically on Congregate. So basically, you collect the artifacts, you stack gems and gold as you like, you know, try to reach like floor 100 basically in that one. And you know, essentially the idea is like, you know, there's like, you know, stuff that basically stands still in like the Enchanted Cave, just like moving around as opposed to here. Though it does have some interesting ideas basically to it because this game basically actually requires you to like, you know, have to like think about like, you know, when to like engage with like, you know, not really completely hostile enemies, but you know, hostile enough. So it's different, but it's not like, you know, it could be like, you know, a little more fleshed out, I think, but you know, it's fine. So it works.